Saw this beautiful car sitting there, almost useless, but nice looking. You know what I'm talking about? It's the Toyota Mirai. And what's interesting to me is a real life case of Powergrid, this game I played a lot. Because basically, the Toyota Mirai is betting on the future, which you know is not going to exist. In Powergrid, you have the opportunity to buy power plants that use different resources. And some of these resources are great, and some of these resources are not great. The question is always, what do you do about these resources that are not great? And there's no good answer to that question. And so, you know that if you buy resources that are limited, that will be competed for in the future, that won't last, then you're going to have to upgrade sometime. That's just the cost of buying this power plant. It won't last you till the end. It's not end game capable or worthy. And Toyota Mirai is sort of like that, or rather just like that. Because the Toyota Mirai is powered by hydrogen, which is wonderful, until you realize that hydrogen power plants are shutting down. Hydrogen gas stations are soon going to not exist. Well, of course, there's the official messaging, which is that, there's going to be a lot of them. Californians investing in hydrogen plants and gas stations that are powered by hydrogen. But the reality is that there's very few of them. Most of them are in California, which, if you live in California, is great. Some of them are non operational. They exist on a map. When you go there, they may or may not have actual fuel. This is not one of those things where you could just fill up at a gas station. Not even diesel or E85 or something like that. This is one of those things where you literally have to use hydrogen, which is rarely made. And if your gas station you go to is out, then sort of can't drive your vehicle. It's like range anxiety, but on steroids, because people are literally afraid to drive their vehicle, given that they don't know when they could fill up next. Maybe like communist era things when you go buy food and you don't know when next time cake will be around. Except this is fuel for your vehicle, which doesn't work very well if it doesn't have fuel. Not like electricity, where, yeah, you can't find a charger, just plug it into the wall. It'll take you forever, but it'll do something. No, you can't make hydrogen yourself. And so that's why I find it super interesting. Why do people buy these things? You can look at new ones selling for very cheap. It's a luxury vehicle. It's really nice. But it's just that your vehicle requires this hydrogen, which is around today, hard to get, may have to drive around for a bit. Maybe spend half your day driving around if you're in Southern California, which seems like a lot, just getting gas for your car, quote unquote. And what happens when it runs out? Yeah, Shell has already closed a few stations this past year. What if there's more stations that are closed? What if all the stations end up closing? Who knows? What if the people in charge of these things lose interest and decide, not enough a market to invest in hydrogen? Why are we wasting all this money? California's in a deficit. So basically, investing in the future, knowing that the future is uncertain. I would say for most people looking in from outside, knowing that the future will not exist soon. It's just a matter of time. Do you want such a vehicle, even at a discount? Difficult question. Real life versus a game, though. How do people choose?